Just having me some lunch, diddly lunch. Should see Oro now. He's definitely the dominant male cat. Just runs off in this direction, chasing this black cat out of here. Yeah, that's it, Oro. Get the black cats out of here. So I just wanted to say, because I was just releasing mozzie coils here. You know, these mozzie coils. Just had to put them all around me. Because these mossies were just harassing me as I sat down to have a bit of food. And I just realised, yeah, alright, it's time for that video. I've been thinking about this for like a year and a half, not thinking on what to say, but I'm thinking about the video title of Organic Portals Mosquito Humans. Press the like button. Do it now. It's a pretty accurate title, no? So I was just thinking about you know, how annoying they are. You know, it's soulless humans that do all this gang stalking. It's 3D. Yeah, you never heard this anywhere, so you should be subscribing. It's 3D organic portal soulless spiritless humans who are the narcissistic ones. 2D, so that's 3D, okay? So 2D organic portals, you know, they're those dumb, retarded organic portals that you couldn't teach them something if you wanted to and if they wanted to learn it. It's like they don't have the same information capturing ability, and we've talked about this, how organic portals are soulless. Video 1, Sun, Soul, and soulless organic portals. The quantum mind, the microtubular level below the neurons. I don't want to talk about that again. But they're the 2D organic portals. 3D organic portals are the narcissistic ego relative ones. Now, they all do gang stalking, but 2D organic portals, they're not aware of what they're doing. They're not conscious of their role. 3D organic portals, some of them are aware of what they're doing. And for them, it's like a competition-based animalistic urge, and you're not going to be able to stop them. It's just part of the ego. You know, the ego is how I know whose mouth to put the food in. Otherwise, I would be feeding you and I would die. So the ego is an integral part. Now, I have this concept that you don't kill the ego, you make it porous, yeah? I've talked about this before in my videos. You should be watching all my channel because all these videos connect. So it's called the qualified ego, the porous ego. Cosmic truth up the back, up the spine, medulla oblongata, God's mouth. It's called that for a reason. Spirit and spine, having spine are relative, you see. And through the brain, through the limbic system, the vision brain, the mammalian love brain, through the higher cortex, the higher functioning human neocortex, to the front of the brain, so that you're not a lobotomized 2D organic portal. They're like lobotomized. It's because the cosmic truth doesn't reach to the front of their brain, which has the self-identification zone, and obviously then ego relative. And funnily enough, coincidentally enough, this is what psychedelics turn off. They turn off the front of the brain and turn on the rest of the brain. You can actually see this in one page in consciousazine.net, the website I run, Psychedelic Biodome Earth. There's a diagram of the interconnectedness when you take magic mushrooms, for instance, psilocybe cubensis. So the psilocybe or psilocybe cubensis, you know, the gold top magic mushroom is very efficacious for that, very efficient at that. Anyway, so yeah, you know, it's 2D and 3D and 4D. Yeah, we're going to go into it soon. The channel has made it there. Luckily, we made it with your help. You pressing the likes, you sharing the videos, and you coming back to view the videos. We've made it here. So this is for you guys. This is like your little prize. And you know, it's like a present, right? I'm going to start now talking about the deeper stuff. Because we had to start the channel off and build it up, right? So now I've covered I'm going to cover everything if I haven't already. Some layers at the bottom are still yet to be done, but we're going to start talking about the 4D organic portals and what's going on there. That's the furthest absolutely that the organic portal gets, because the idea of an organic portal is adjacent to the idea of or parallel to the idea of unconsciousness, right? Or less consciousness, less soul. Soul is information, the informational grid. So you see it all connect. So anyway, some clouds coming over. So anyway, what I find is that they're all involved. 2D, 3D, and 4D OPs are all involved in gang stalking and targeting you as a targeted individual, because you've made it to a higher level. Now there's many, I need to make a whole different video on that. There's many reasons why the demons want to hold you down, the demons want you as their food, the demons want to inhabit your body for lower vibratory experience, etc., etc. They want you to be like the spiritless human, but you're not, you're the spirited human. So they're like, well, we need to stop these guys, we need to stop these people, right? These higher dimensional demons that have a lot of control over this matrix, but not complete control. So yeah, I just find that these organic portals, they're like mosquitoes, right? They never stop. You can dob into the boss, or so-and-so bullied me, mobbed me at work, whatever, but they're not going to stop. Maybe they stop, but because it's not really them, another one comes, a different person. That's because it's the hive mind and higher dimensional demons which can jump from body to body. So it's no use saying, oh, Bob or Jack, he harassed me. It's only going to make you look like a whinger, and then the boss will just get sick of you anyway. So that's another way they can attack you. Just keep doing it. You keep whinging about it. The boss says, stuff it, let's get rid of Ben altogether and we won't have this problem altogether, right? So the point is that you have to be very, very, very intelligent when you approach all this. It's the hive mind. It's not the individual body. Don't point to Jack or Bob or Sally, right? Sorry if they're your names. You get the picture. Anyway, so, they're like mosquitoes. They'll just keep coming. But then I was sitting here and I thought, well, look, I could keep sitting here, not enjoy my food, but I want to enjoy my food. So I thought, well, I've got these mozzie coils, luckily, because you guys have been donating, so I have some money for some stuff. Thank God. Otherwise I'd be in misery, but I'm actually in bliss out here. Do you see anyone here to annoy me? No. They do try, but if you've watched my channel, the last 2 years they were trying hard, but now, because spirit endures, because I'm a soul vector, I kept enduring and I started making videos, so they all stopped now. That's right, you can stop it, but you gotta stand in your power, which is standing in your spirit, and you gotta have spine, yeah, and it helps to have muscle. So anyway, they're like mosquitoes, and I thought, well, what do you do then? Do you just let them bite you and itch? Just itchy, itchy, itchy? No. Right? You want to do something about the situation, so what you need to do is obviously do something about it. So what is that? Well, you figure out the hive mind, you figure out the metaphysical aspects of this, right? And you can light mozzie coils. Now, what's the analogy of the mozzie coil? Well, lighting little fires against them, showing their ignorance. That's one method. Now, I haven't thought of this, that's why I've just slowed down, because I've got to think of a little list now. Off the top of my head, do some philosophy. So, you can light little fires under their ass, right? Yes, you can go to the boss or whatever, or whoever your authority figure is. I don't really recommend it, but sometimes you have to, or sometimes it can help. And, because they only know that method of authority. So if you make the authority aware of them causing problems, sometimes it can actually be a good idea and work for you. I don't really recommend it too often, but yeah, of course it can help. So you can go and tell on them and dob on them, dibba-dobber, or you can, try and take it on all by yourself. You can light a little fire under their ass and show how stupid they are. Say, oh, look how ignorant this is. That's all you have to do. It's very easy because they're ignorant. They ignore stuff. So you just show what they ignore and people go, oh yeah, that's ignorant. It's not very, very difficult. It's just difficult because there's so many of them and the hive mind just will never stop. But it makes you stronger anyway, and there's nothing you can do. You have to go up through this process. It's either that or you cower and whimper and become like them, become spiritless. So you've only got two choices: back away or go through and forward. And on this channel, I always talk about forward, positive, spirited soul vector, don't I? Compared to how there's organic portals, negative soul humans, then the levels of organic portals, then there's, walking demons, robotic portals. Basically, they're all organic portals, but it's the organic portal is the larger overcoat terminology, It's the broader terminology. So, yeah, you can do something about it, It's like I could have sat here and I could have not went and purchased Mozzie coils, right? And I could just now be itching and not enjoying my meal, right? So it's the same thing. You've got to do something about it. And another thing I want to say is don't ignore the triggers. Oh, here's Oro. What? Chasing the black cat. See him? Oh God. Oro means gold because he's got a gold coat. This is Oro's territory, he says. Did you see that? They're quick, eh? Faster than I can run through the bush. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. So you don't want to ignore your triggers because that would be ignorant. So if you're a targeted individual, some of these, more simple-minded channels out there, they'll say targeted individuals need to ignore triggers. Nope, incorrect. That leaves you at stasis, not progressing. You want to progress and be a positive soul vector. Then the universe will empower you. And there's a great quote, since we're on Philosopher's Stone Tube. Let's do some more philosophy. That great quote called, it goes like this. It's, the universe favors the bold and the courageous, right? So the universe will actually come through you to make it happen, to allow you to go forward. So you can't have fear. Fear shuts everything down. You're going to learn that if you haven't already. So you do need to focus on the triggers, not ignore them. Do not ignore your gang stalking triggers because they're there to move you up to the next level of gnosis or knowledge and or epiphanous realization, whatever you want to call it. So don't ignore your triggers. It's like if I just ignore the mosquito, I could get malaria. Okay, I'm going to end the lecture there. They're called organic portals. They're human mosquitoes.